Okay, this is the nth time I've been recording this, but I just want to discuss the differences between these two cameras. This is the RX100 Mark V, and this is the RX100 Mark 7. This is the top of the line, the new model. This is the last model wherein they had the 1.8 aperture on the widest end. So this is my personal favorite, and this is what I've been using for a while for photos and videos. So let's go. First thing you're gonna notice right out of the bat is that this Mark 7 has the microphone jack, and these two buttons here are moved. So this one just has the two. So you can see that in all the reviews and all the discussions about the camera. But what I'm going to discuss here are the physical differences where people don't discuss much online. So I'm one of those people when I get the camera, I'll try to look at the physical aspects and physical thingy-majiggies and everything else. Anyway, let's go back. So first thing I noticed when I got this camera here is that this camera is bigger. So it's clearly because it's heavier and it has a lot of tech inside it. But I have this custom grip here, which I've been using on the Mark V. The Mark 6 has a bigger bump here, which made this grip like there's a space in between here. I used to use that on this Mark V, and this one is not that big of a bump. I use the Sony rubber grip. I took that grip out of here and replaced this with the rubber one because I like that grip. But as you can see, this side here, this one's like bumped out, like protruding outside, but you don't notice it that much, but I saw it. And then of course you know that this one here has a new LCD, wherein when you try to open it, it comes out. This one here you have to pull it out, but yeah, we all know that. So this one here is, I put this wind muff here, so it's stuck. Oh, it's not gonna open, so you're not gonna see it. Another difference that I've noticed is that when you turn on the camera, here it is. So both of these use a Sony LCD protector. I used a third party on this RX100 Mark 7 because yeah, that was what was available, and at the same time you can see that this part here, that part here is thicker than this part here. On the old version, it is thicker here. So I'm using a Sony screen protector here, and you have to be careful because if you're gonna buy the same one for this camera, the thick part will be here, so it's gonna be awkward. You're not gonna see everything on the screen. But Sony has one available, which is the thick part on the left side. So bear in mind, if you're gonna get any of these cameras, you have to look into that. Another thing that I noticed it underneath, this is just, yeah, simple flush. And on the new camera, I noticed this one here, and it's like a protruding gel rubberized thingy. And what I can think of is this one here protects the lens when you're putting your camera on a surface. This one protects this side here of your lens. I mean the zoom part of your lens. This one doesn't have one, so I had scratched mine a lot of times. So that's a good addition, Sony. Good job on that. Another difference that I've noticed is that when you zoom in, when you turn this on, it's just that for 24mm, and the old one it's longer than 24mm. But if you zoom it further to the most zoom, of course this one is 200, this is longer. This one goes down, like this is a 24mm and this is the 70mm, so it goes shorter. That's interesting. But yeah, I like to have this lens here, but yeah, it's not bad to have the 200. Also, once you zoom this lens, this is just stable. This is not going to move. It's just like stable stat. It's just the front part that's moving. But on this one, if you're going to turn this, if you're going to zoom it out, this one here rotates, like you can see. I'm going to put it, look at it, you can see it's rotating. This one here is rotating. It helps with 200 mil zoom. So I was holding this camera this way before, and I was trying to zoom it, and then it suddenly twisted. Like, what? So just bear in mind, just be careful not to ruin it by holding this tightly or getting this scratched, because this one here turns. This one, when I'm shooting, I can just hold this here. So it's not gonna matter. It's just firmly there. Okay, so what else? Yeah, thickness, the length of the lens, those are the main differences. And turning them on, like, look at how quick the new version is. It's done. So you can see on the LCD screen. I'm going to turn it on. Oops. This one's on for faster. This one's slower. So this one here has a better tech. It's faster. It's the newer version. And you turn it off. They both turn off at the same time. And yeah, aside from that, this one here has a touchscreen. This one doesn't have a touchscreen. You can see that in all the reviews. Like, yeah, this one has a touchscreen. You can change. This one doesn't have one. So both of them are good cameras, and the differences you can see is just the aperture, which is this one goes 1.8 on the wide end, this one goes 2.8. But a lot of YouTube videos or online videos has been discussing that, so I don't want to dwell on that more. Yeah, so that's it. Let me recap. This one here is bigger. The whole camera is bigger. When you turn on the camera, this one rotates when you zoom it. And also underneath, there's this like protector, that one. So it protects your lens from hitting wherever you're placing it. So that's awesome. Okay, let's start shooting. Any questions, any concerns, anything that you want to check with this camera, any small nitty-gritty fact that you want to know, just hit me up. Oh, one more thing, I nearly forgot. When you open this, it spring locks. And on the Mark V, it doesn't. I don't know if I broke it, but it doesn't spring out. I have to like do that. But this one here springs out. You forgot about that. Anyway, that's all. Yeah, just hit me up with a message if you want to know more about it. Cheers. Bye.